Imagine yourself standing at the edge of the ocean at sunrise. The sky is painted in soft shades of gold and violet, the waves are gentle, and the air carries the promise of a new beginning. Cancer, this is where your journey begins. Not just a journey of career or love, but a deeper quest, a quest for abundance in its truest form. For you, abundance is never only about money. It is about safety, about peace, about the comfort of knowing that your heart, your body, and your spirit are nourished and whole. True wealth for you is the feeling of being supported, of having a place where you belong, of knowing you are cared for inside and out. And yet, life often pulls you into storms. There are moments when you feel the fear of not having enough. Moments when financial uncertainty shakes your peace. Moments when your health or your emotions feel fragile, and you wonder if you can keep going. But listen, you are not here to live in scarcity. You are not here to carry fear as your constant companion. You are here to transform. You are here to step into the flow of life, to see money not as a chain, but as energy. To see health not as something you chase, but as the natural song of your body when it is loved and cared for. The tarot card, the Magician, rises at the beginning of this path. He reminds you that you hold the tools, the power to create, the vision to dream, the courage to act, and the wisdom to shape your reality. The Magician whispers, what you seek is already within you. Your thoughts, your actions, your heart, they are the alchemy of abundance. So, let us walk together on this journey. A journey where wealth is not only what fills your hands, but what fills your soul. Where health is not only the absence of pain, but the presence of energy and joy. Where every challenge becomes a doorway to transformation. And in this journey, Cancer, you will remember that you are not small, you are not powerless, you are the tide, and abundance flows through you like the ocean itself. For many, money is only numbers, digits on a screen, paper in a wallet. But for you, Cancer, money has always carried a deeper weight. It is not just about gain or loss. It is about safety. It is about knowing your family is secure, that there is food on the table, that the home you love so much is warm and steady. When finances are balanced, your heart feels calm. But when instability enters, your emotions rise like the tide during a storm. Because for you, money is never separate from emotion. It is woven into your sense of belonging, your sense of being able to nurture, and to be nurtured in return. The tarot card, 9 of Pentacles, glimmers here. She stands surrounded by beauty, not because she hoards wealth, but because she has cultivated it with patience and love. She reminds you that true prosperity is not just about having riches, it is about standing in your own worth. It is about knowing that you deserve comfort, you deserve stability, you deserve to enjoy the sweetness of life. Cancer, there is a lesson here. Money itself is neutral. It is your relationship with it that matters. When you treat it with fear, it slips away. When you treat it with gratitude, it flows. When you see it as energy, an energy that can be used to build, to heal, to support, it transforms from burden to blessing. And remember this, wealth is not only counted in coins, it is in the love you give, the home you create, the laughter shared around your table, the peace that fills your evenings when you know you are safe. For you, Cancer, abundance is measured in how full your heart feels. And when you honor this truth, money ceases to be a source of fear. It becomes a tool, a companion, a gentle current that carries you toward the life you are meant to live. Cancer, the tides of your heart often mirror the tides of your finances. There are moments you feel overflowing, like the ocean at high tide, and then there are moments you fear the tide is pulling everything away. But here is the truth. Abundance is not only about what sits in your bank account, it begins in your mind. It begins in the quiet beliefs you carry, the whispers you repeat to yourself when no one else can hear. If you tell yourself that money is hard to come by, you will always feel lack. If you believe you are undeserving, prosperity will hesitate to come close. But when you shift those beliefs, when you tell yourself that you are worthy of wealth, that the universe supports you, that opportunities are flowing toward you, then the energy changes. Your vibration lifts. Your reality begins to mirror your new beliefs. The tarot card, the Magician, rises here. He reminds you that you are not powerless. You hold tools in your hands, your talents, your intuition, your resilience, and your ability to create beauty out of nothing. With focus, with clarity, you can transform even the smallest seed of opportunity into a thriving garden of abundance. Think of how the moon guides the tides, just as your emotions guide your relationship with money. When you let fear pull you down, the tide recedes. When you let faith lift you, the tide returns, fuller than before. So, Cancer, let this be your mantra. I am worthy of abundance. I welcome prosperity into my life. I trust that what I give with love will return to me multiplied. As you speak these words, feel the energy shift in your body. Feel your shoulders loosen. Feel your chest expand with relief. Because the chains of scarcity no longer belong to you. They were never meant to define your story. You are here to live with an open heart. You are here to create, to nurture, to thrive. And when you release the belief in lack, you step into the gentle, endless current of abundance that has always been waiting for you. Cancer, your heart often clings to what feels familiar. Even when it no longer serves you, you hold on out of comfort, out of fear, out of the hope that maybe it will change. This is true not only in love, but also in your relationship with money. Perhaps you've held on to spending habits that bring only temporary comfort. Perhaps you've allowed guilt or fear to keep you from investing in yourself. Or maybe you've carried the belief that you must sacrifice endlessly for others, even when it leaves you empty. But now, the universe is asking for something different. It is asking you to release, to shed the skin of the past, to step into a new way of being. Here, the tarot card Death emerges, a symbol so often misunderstood. It does not mean an end. It means transformation. It means letting go of what no longer supports your growth so that something more vibrant, more aligned, can take its place. Think of the ocean's waves. Each one rises, each one falls. None resists its natural cycle. In the same way, Cancer, you are being invited to release the patterns that keep you trapped in fear and scarcity. Release the habit of saying yes when you mean no. Release the belief that you must do everything alone. Release the guilt that keeps you small. Because when you let go, you create space. Space for new opportunities. Space for healthier choices. Space for wealth and abundance to flow in without resistance. Imagine yourself standing on the shore, watching the tide carry away an old, heavy chest. Inside that chest are all the patterns that once defined you: fear, self-doubt, unworthy beliefs. And as the ocean swallows it, you feel lighter. You feel free. This is the power of release. It is not a loss. It is liberation. It is the doorway to the life you've always deserved. So, breathe deeply, Cancer. Let go of what no longer serves. And step forward with courage, knowing that every ending is the quiet beginning of something extraordinary. Cancer, your heart is a vast ocean. It carries memories, emotions, and echoes of every experience you've lived. But sometimes, those waters become heavy with storms of regret, with waves of pain that have been left unspoken, with tides of guilt that pull you back when you long to move forward. Healing begins not when the past is erased, but when it is embraced with compassion. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel the weight you've been carrying, the words you wish you had spoken, the mistakes that still echo in your chest, the disappointments that left shadows in your spirit. These are not chains meant to bind you. They are lessons. They are teachers. And they are asking to be released. Forgiveness is the key. Not only forgiveness for others, though that matters deeply, but forgiveness for yourself. You did the best you could with what you knew at the time. You survived moments that others may never truly understand. You kept moving, even when the ground felt unsteady beneath your feet. Forgiveness is not weakness. It is freedom. It is the gentle act of opening your arms to yourself and whispering, "You are still worthy. You are still loved." And as you forgive, your emotional waters begin to clear. The storms soften. The waves return to a rhythm of peace. Here, the tarot offers the image of the star, a card of hope, renewal, and quiet healing. Under its light, you are reminded that no wound is permanent, that even the deepest scars can become symbols of strength. Cancer. Imagine yourself standing under a starlit sky, your heart opening to the night. Every breath you take is a release. Every exhale is forgiveness flowing outward. And with each release, you feel lighter, stronger, more whole. Healing is not about forgetting. It is about transforming pain into wisdom. It is about seeing your own strength reflected in every tear shed, in every scar carried. And as your emotional body begins to heal, your physical body follows. Because when the heart is at peace, the body finally remembers how to rest, how to thrive, how to shine. Cancer, your spirit is luminous, but it cannot shine at its fullest. If the vessel that carries it, the body, is neglected, overlooked, or forgotten, your body is not just flesh and bone. It is a sacred temple. Every breath you take, every heartbeat that sustains you, is a quiet miracle. And yet, how often do you push yourself beyond your limits? How often do you care for others so deeply that you forget to care for yourself? Now is the time to return home to your body. Listen closely. Your body speaks in whispers before it ever cries out. The tension in your shoulders, the ache in your chest, the fatigue in your bones. These are messages, not punishments. They are signals that something needs attention, something needs love. The ancients knew this truth. They believed the body was the foundation of spiritual growth, that to elevate the soul, the vessel must be cleansed, strengthened, and honored. They practiced rituals of movement, of breath, of stillness, not only to heal the body, but to awaken the spirit within it. You, Cancer, are being called back to this wisdom. Feed your body with what nourishes, not what numbs. Move it with gratitude, not punishment. Rest it when it asks, without shame. And most importantly, speak to it with kindness. For every cell in you listens to the words you whisper about yourself. The tarot card Temperance arises here, a reminder of balance, of harmony, of integration. Your body does not ask for perfection. It asks for partnership. It asks to be treated as the sacred ally it has always been. So imagine yourself standing in front of a mirror. Look not with judgment, but with reverence. This body has carried you through storms. It has held your spirit in its soft embrace. It has never abandoned you, even when you turned away from it. Now is the time to honor it, to rebuild trust, to treat it as the temple at island, because when your body is in harmony, your spirit expands. Your energy flows freely, and you remember that health, in its truest form, is not just the absence of illness. It is the radiant union of body, mind, and soul. Cancer, when you pause and look back through the corridors of history, you will see that the journey you are on now is not yours alone. It is a path walked by countless souls before you. Seekers, dreamers, builders, healers. The ancients understood something profound. Life is not meant to be a straight road of endless ease. It is meant to shape us, to challenge us, to transform us. In the teachings of the Stoics, we hear echoes of resilience. They taught that hardship is not a curse, but a teacher. That adversity is not meant to break us, but to refine us. And in your own life, Cancer, every setback, every trial, has carved wisdom into the depths of your heart. From the wisdom of the East, we are reminded of balance and flow. The Tao speaks of water, gentle, yielding, yet unstoppable. Water does not resist. It moves around obstacles, wearing down stone with patience, carving valleys with persistence. Is this not the very essence of your Cancer soul? Tender on the surface, but with a strength that endures the ages. The great healers of the past also knew this, that true power is found in harmony. They aligned their lives with the cycles of nature, the rising sun, the phases of the moon, the rhythm of the seasons. They understood that transformation cannot be forced. It blooms when we surrender to timing, when we align ourselves with something greater. And you, Cancer, are being called to remember these timeless lessons. You are not here to fight the tide. You are here to move with it. You are not here to chase success at any cost. You are here to create a success that nourishes both soul and body. You are not here to repeat the mistakes of the past. You are here to break the cycle, to rise higher, to embody the wisdom that others could only glimpse. The tarot card, the Hierophant, stands beside you now. It is the voice of tradition, of sacred knowledge, of truths passed down through generations. It whispers that you already carry within you the wisdom of your ancestors, that their struggles, their victories, their lessons live in your blood, in your spirit, in your bones. So Cancer, stand tall in this lineage of wisdom. Let the ancient lessons guide your transformation, and know that by honoring them, you are not only healing yourself, you are carrying forward a light that will shine for generations to come. Cancer, change is never easy. Even when it brings blessings, it asks something of us. It asks us to stretch, to release, to trust what lies ahead. In moments of change, your instinct may be to retreat into your shell, to cling to what is familiar, to hold your breath, and wait for the storm to pass. But transformation does not come by hiding. It comes by meeting the storm with courage and learning to dance with the rain. Resilience is not about never falling. It is about rising again and again with a spirit that refuses to be broken. It is about believing in your own strength, even when the world feels heavy. The ancient warriors knew this truth. They trained not only their bodies, but their minds and hearts, so that when change arrived, they could bend without breaking. They endured because they trusted the process, because they saw challenge as an invitation to awaken something greater within. And you, Cancer, you carry this same power. Think back to the storms you've already faced. You have walked through grief and loss. You have carried burdens heavier than anyone could see. And yet, here you are, still standing, still breathing, still moving forward. This is resilience. This is perseverance. The tarot card, the strength, rises now. Not the brute strength of force, but the quiet, enduring power of grace. It reminds you that resilience is born not from hardness, but from softness that refuses to shatter, from a heart that can remain open, even when tested. Cancer, imagine yourself as the ocean once more. Storms may whip across your surface, waves may crash and roar, but beneath it all, your depths remain calm, steady, unshaken. That is who you are. That is your strength. So, when change comes, and it will, meet it not with fear, but with trust. Trust that every step forward is reshaping you. Trust that every challenge is chiseling away the old, revealing the masterpiece beneath. And remember, resilience is not a single act. It is a way of being. It is the quiet choice, day after day, to rise, to endure, to believe. Cancer, renewal is not just a word. It is a sacred promise. It is the quiet assurance that after every ending, a new beginning waits. After every winter, spring blooms. After every night, the dawn arrives. Your life, too, follows this rhythm. Every challenge you face, every transformation you endure, carries within it the seed of rebirth. Think of the butterfly. Once a caterpillar, it must surrender itself to the stillness of the cocoon. In that darkness, everything it once knew dissolves. And yet, it is not an ending. It is a becoming. It emerges not weaker, but radiant, its wings shimmering in the light. Cancer, this is your story too. When you release old habits, when you heal your heart, when you honor your body and spirit, you too are stepping out of the cocoon. You are allowing your true self to rise from the ashes of the past. The tarot card Judgment rises here, calling you into awakening. It whispers that you are ready to answer the call of your higher self, ready to step into the life that was always meant for you. And renewal does not have to be loud. Sometimes it is as gentle as a breath, as soft as the first light of morning. Other times, it is as powerful as fire, burning away everything false, leaving only truth. Look around you for the symbols of renewal, the tree that sheds its leaves only to grow again, the ocean tide that retreats, then returns with greater force, the moon that disappears into shadow, only to shine once more in fullness. These are not coincidences. They are reminders. They are mirrors of your own spirit. Cancer, you are being reborn, not into someone else, but into more of who you truly are. into the version of yourself that carries wisdom, strength, and light, woven from every trial you have endured. So stand tall in this moment of renewal. Spread your wings like the butterfly, rise like the dawn, shine like the moon, for you are living proof that from every ending, something extraordinary is born. Cancer, as this journey draws to a close, pause for a moment, breathe deeply. Feel the truth of everything you've walked through today. You have explored the tides of money and abundance. You have looked within to heal your emotions and release your past. You have remembered the sacredness of your body, the temple that carries your soul. You have listened to the timeless voices of the ancients and discovered the resilience that has always been within you. You have stood in the light of renewal and glimpsed the beauty of your rebirth. And now here you stand, changed. Not because you became someone else, but because you remembered who you are. The universe does not ask you to be perfect. It asks you to be present. It asks you to show up again and again with courage in your heart and trust in your spirit. Cancer, you are stronger than the storms. You are softer than the moonlight. You are both the tide that ebbs and flows and the ocean that holds it all. The tarot leaves you with one final blessing, the world, the card of completion, fulfillment, and wholeness. It reminds you that every cycle brings you closer to yourself, closer to the truth you were born to embody. So, let this be your invitation. Step forward into your life with open arms. Do not fear the changes that await. Do not shrink from the abundance that longs to find you. Do not deny yourself the health, the love, the success that your soul has always deserved. Instead, rise. Rise with the grace of the butterfly, the strength of the tide, the wisdom of the ancients. Rise with the quiet confidence that everything you need is already within you. And as you move into this new chapter, remember this truth. You are not merely surviving. You are transforming. You are thriving. You are becoming the most radiant version of yourself. Cancer, the world is waiting for you. Step into it with courage. Step into it with love. Step into it with all that you are.